Hello, I am Raybear the journalist. Throughout my life, I've seen and heard of a lot of interesting things, from murders to plagues to castles falling into the ocean, and I'm here to present my story, the real story of Raybear. Definitely not Raybear. In my college years, I dormed with an interesting fellow who went by his last name, Merceau. Merceau was a weird dude. He smoked a ton of cigarettes and was a huge womanizer. One nice thing about Merceau was that he would do any favors anyone would ask him. He even helped me study all night because I kept buying him coffees. One day, Merceau came to our dorm in a bad mood. He said he had dropped a pack of cigarettes into a puddle on accident. Then he went on about how the rage he experienced had washed him clean, how he opened himself to the gentle indifference of the world, Camus 122, and so on and so forth. Merceau was sure interesting. 10 years later, I heard from a friend that he was to be executed for murder. If he felt so deeply over the loss of his smokes, I can only imagine how he felt then, when he was about to die. After college, I went on a trip to the tropical beachside Oran for a vacation. Unfortunately, my first day there, a rat jumped miraculously from the ground to my face. Anyhow, a few days later, I found myself in a hospital surrounded by moaning patients. My lymph nodes had swollen, and it was awful. The only good part, probably, of my vacation was Dr. Bernard Rio, who helped me through my cold. One particular day, there was a dying young boy who kept screaming in a shrill voice. I overheard one doctor ask, "Any news of the boy's father?" "No," said Rio. "He's in the isolation camp." Camus 104. The boy had been in the throes of death for days, so I tried to comfort him, but all he could manage were pitiable whimpers or even tortured screams. My vacation had gone so terribly awry that I left Algeria forever. After that, I ventured to become a world-class xylophone player. My pursuit brought me to the Isle of San Lorenzo. I had decided to seek out the enchanting and storied xylophone player, Mona Manzano. The only chance I got to see her, however, was at a welcoming for the guests. She played, and it was hypnotizing. For the rest of the time on the island, I didn't see Mona. That is, until much later. I was invited to a party for the 100 Martyrs for Democracy, and I drank acetone from a coconut. When suddenly, as I was relaxing, the castle collapsed into the ocean. I took refuge in a cave during the chaos that followed. For days, tornadoes ravaged the landscape, and the entire surface of the world around me was frozen. Once the storms died down, I wandered from my hiding place and saw the xylophone virtuoso herself, surrounded by a pile of dead, frozen bodies. She said to the single living man beside her, "Would you wish any of these alive again, if you could? Answer me quickly." And after no time at all, she followed herself with, "Not quick enough with your answer." Vonnegut 158. And in a snap, she froze solid. After that, there wasn't much to do. I was very hungry, so I took a frozen hot dog out of a dead guy's hand and